We made it to Drumheller, Alberta. We are at the Circle K, first gas station in town. And we are running really quite hot, though not incredibly hot. But what we're seeing is that anything to do with the fuel, I know, oh yikes, yeah, is incredibly hot the further down you get. So we kept tracing it back, and underneath the car is our fuel pump, which you probably can't see from here. No. And it is incredibly hot, but the line on the other side feeding from the gas tank is not hot. Well, as hot. So our theory right now is that the pump has gotten so hot. I mean, it's hot outside. It's 30 some degrees and dry as can be. And then it's also by the exhaust system. Not too close, but still it radiates off there. And we think it's sort of boiling in the pump, and then the pump's trying to move it forward. And the reason we noticed the problem was that our middle gauge there is our fuel pump pressure. And it's always been at 5 and stays at 5, which is what our regulator is at. Now it's been bouncing around between 3 and 4, occasionally 5, sometimes 2. And then as we're getting into Drumheller, it was at 2 or 1.8, just dying, right? And along with that, the other two gauges, don't look at where they are now. There's no power on. But the one on the right is probably a good example. Normally we see it bounce around between 13 and 14, occasionally at 12, sometimes 14.5, which is okay. That's not a bad air-fuel mixture. But it was been running, again, coming into Drumheller at 15 to 16, which is not good. It's leaning out, which is causing the engine to run hotter, and also is very bad for your engine. So we're going to stop here and let it cool right down, and it's already, what, 8 o'clock or something. And so we have a long way to go to our first checkpoint and then back out. Ray and his car has been having trouble with, I said in another video, I guess, but looks like the fuel coming into the carburetor has got some black stuff in it somewhere. Might be the insert lining from these kind of lines that are here. They replaced them in Saskatoon, but there's still stuff there. And it's also pushing fuel too much through the carburetor and causing black smoke to pour out, flooding the carburetor. So they are switching on and off the fuel pump, trying to get, reduce the fuel pressure. So the last stop, they reduced their fuel pressure gauge to run from 5 to 4 to see if that less pressure is somehow helping it balance things better in here. It initially looked that way, but then again, when they're entering Drumheller, things started to pour black smoke occasionally out the side of the exhaust. So yes, mayhem is certainly happening to us. We're not out yet, but there are threatening signs.